for this week's report. A look back at the impact of Health Officer James Murray as he moves on to a new job at the CDC. Connors Climb Foundation to host a 5K road race to support youth mental health and suicide prevention. Information on upcoming events at the Exeter Public Library. Team Exeter's Equinox Festival to kick off the fall season on September 23rd. And a recap from the recent Select Board meeting. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. The town's health officer, James Murray, had his last day in Exeter this past week as he took a new job with the CDC. In today's first segment, we look back at the role he played during COVID times and learn more about what a health officer does for a community. At the August 21st Select Board meeting, Chair Nico Papakonstantis thanked James Murray for guiding the town through the COVID-19 pandemic.
This board came to you to see what we could do on a local level to preserve the health and safety of our citizens. And you worked tirelessly to draft many drafts, many revisions. And over time, as we continued to pass mask ordinances at your recommendation, you continued working. You stayed on top of the guidelines. You were transparent. You educated. You were at every single select board meeting.
Most known by restaurant owners needing a health inspection for their business, James Murray, the town's health officer, became well known during the pandemic as he played a pivotal role in implementing the mask ordinances and vaccine efforts to help keep Exeter residents safe.
My time in the Army Reserve, I started in 2015, and I was basically in Army Public Health back then. I was an Army Health Inspector. And when I saw that Exeter was looking for a health officer, and that was a self-inspecting community, I wanted to, see if I could try my hand at doing that on the civilian side. Prior to COVID-19, the position was mostly as a health inspector. So the day-to-day job was inspecting restaurants, inspecting, the schools or nursing homes, their kitchens. But once COVID-19 really hit, it became full-blown response coordination, working with local businesses to, implement the COVID-19 mandates and guidelines, drafting the mask mandate, working with state and federal agencies to kind of figure out what our response is going to be.
When we started doing the COVID outreach, Chief Wilkin tasked me with making sure it all got put together, and clinics. And not only were we obviously doing the clinics, but we also became the distribution point for this area for Rockingham County. All the vaccines from the state and different manufacturers were coming directly to us, and then it was getting sent out to all these other areas for usage. And James was instrumental. So very, very early on, I recruited James to be part of working with me on that initiative. And James was like my right-hand man. He did all of the intake of our vaccinations, and it wasn't just the vaccines, it was needles, syringes, it was a lot of supplies. And he was like the point man for managing all those supplies. And it obviously snowballed into something super big, the whole COVID outreach and trying to get those vaccinations pushed out, and I wouldn't have happened without James.
When asked about what he liked about the field of public health, James talked about how there's a lot of variety in the day-to-day work and room for growth.
It's an excellent place to work. It's well balanced. There's plenty of opportunity to learn about basically anything in the public health field, whether it be environmental health, when we do mosquito response, public health nuisances, to disease control like we found out during COVID-19. Like I said, an all-encompassing field. You never know what you're going to be up against day to day. As we saw with the COVID-19 pandemic, that changed a lot in the field of public health. But with those challenges, especially in Exeter, there's a supportive community, there's a supportive fire department with you. It's been a great opportunity working here for the past 6 years, and I've grown so much in my position and as a person, and I really have the support of not only the fire department, but the town itself, its residents, the select board especially. Their support has been instrumental. And I don't think there's a lot of towns in New Hampshire like this.
I just wish you and your wonderful family the best of health, happiness, and success. And James Murray, I will always remember you. Thank you.
Connors Climb Foundation is hosting its annual 5K and family walk next weekend. Will Tapley spoke to the organizers to learn more about the event and the cause behind it.
So Connors Climb came about after our founder, Tara Ball, lost her oldest son, Connor, to a death by suicide. It was in 2011. And she formed Connors Climb, a way to bring suicide awareness and prevention to her local school, which was Exeter, which is where Connor had gone. And we've expanded that throughout the years, and we're in, I believe it's about 90 schools in all of New Hampshire right now. And so they bring 100% free, it's called SOS, Signs of Suicide Training, to all local schools and businesses that request it. So on the 24th, Connors Climb is doing their annual 5K family walk and or run, whichever you feel like doing, all to raise funds to help us be in even more schools, raise even more awareness about suicide prevention tactics. So Connors Climb Foundation is just so very near and dear to my heart. And I try to advocate for everybody to help out however you can, raise awareness, attend a training, come to one of our events. We host several throughout the year. And I was drawn to Connors Climb after I lost my son, Andre, to death by suicide 2 years ago in the summer of 2021. And didn't know where to turn, didn't know what to do to kind of help those around me kind of have more awareness, because they just wouldn't have expected my son to take his own life. Being with Connors Climb has allowed myself and everybody in the community to open up and speak up more about mental health and those struggling with thoughts of suicide, and what to do if you or your friend or your child, your brother, sister, if somebody's struggling. What we teach is how you can help them. So to sign up for the 5K, you can go right onto our website at connorsclimbfoundation.org. You'll see a link under events that says 5K, and you can sign up right there.
The Exeter Public Library always puts on great events. Gabe Perez took a trip over to the library to speak with staff about what residents can see later this month.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Exeter Public Library update. We've got a bunch of fun things happening over the next 2 weeks that we're so excited to share about. To start with the adult section, we are still rolling out brand new library cards for everyone, so don't forget to stop on by and sign up for your brand new library card. We are also very excited to be announcing a brand new Mahjong session on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. Come play American Mahjong in our meeting room. This is in addition to our Taiwanese Mahjong sessions that we have on Mondays at 2 o'clock. So you've lots of opportunities now to play Mahjong at the library. We are also very excited that our Fall Craft Fair is coming up Saturday, October 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So come on by and see an incredible variety of artists, crafters, and artisans here showing off their wares at the library. We also want to remind everyone that we've got a special exhibit happening this month of a variety of art and poetry created by children and adults all throughout New Hampshire, coordinated by Racial Unity Team, so don't forget to stop on by this month. Our teen book group sign up begins this coming Monday, September 18th, so come on by with your teen and sign up for book groups. We are very excited that these are coming back in October. We are also excited to announce that we have a special speaker coming in October for teens and their caregivers. College coach Nancy Steeson will be presenting on the changing landscape of college admission on Thursday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m. here at the library. We are very excited to be helping families all around Exeter navigate college admissions. And in our children's room, we are very excited to be bringing book groups and all of our clubs back in October. Book group sign up will start on September 18th, and so you can come on in and get your book to read before our October sessions. We are also very excited that our clubs like D&D and STEAM Club will be returning in October, so keep an eye out for those dates. We hope to see you all at the library very soon.
With summer drawing to a close, Team is helping Exeter usher in the fall season with its annual Equinox Festival. Gabe Perez met up with Team to get a preview of the festivities.
Another summer over brings fall, and the Exeter Equinox Fest with it. Hosted by Teams, the Exeter Annual Equinox Fest takes place Saturday, September 23rd from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Swayze Parkway. You can expect music from local artists and bands, including John Gibbon and the Mercenaries, Redtail Hawk, Forbidden Fruit, Tim Perrin and Grimbros, Artie and the Escalators, and the Meter Maids, as well as trucks and vendors from all around the Exeter area coming to celebrate another turn around the globe. We spoke to Scott Ruffner with Teams about what he and they are looking to expect for this year's event, as well as some other things.
Hey everybody, it's Scott Ruffner from Team, Town Exeter Arts Music. I'm up here at the second floor gallery at Exeter Town Hall, where we have a new exhibit called Legacy, featuring the artwork of Ann Tolson. So the Fall Equinox Fest is an event that we came up with about 7 years ago, and it ushers in the change of the seasons and the fall equinox, which actually falls this year right on Saturday, September 23rd. We'll have food trucks, live music, artists, vendors, kids activities, and we're really excited that the project in Swayze is, for the time being, over, and we will have full access to the park and the pavilion with plenty of live music, full bands, and everything else everybody is used to. There will be supplemental activities, so it's kind of a celebration of new beginnings in the new season. We'll also have yoga sessions and other activities going on around town. The art exhibit will be open that day, and we're looking forward to a fun time.
For more information, you can visit Team's Facebook page at facebook.com/townexeterartsmusic.
And lastly, the Select Board met on September 11th to discuss several items. Here's a quick recap from our Meeting Minutes series. Welcome to your Meeting Minute for the Exeter Select Board's September 11th meeting. First on the agenda was a request for funds from the ADA Capital Reserve Fund. Amanda Kelly presented a proposal for installing a universal changing table in the Exeter Town Hall's public restroom to enhance accessibility.
All in all, I think it's going to serve a really underserved, like possibly the most underserved population that most people don't even know about. Get them off the bathroom floor, because that's horrible. And Exeter would then be the leader in the state in this, and we are just going to take it on the road and keep getting more places in the state to install them as well.
No opposition at all from me. I wish that we had done this 5 years ago when we first started talking about it.
Next, Andy Kohler, the town clerk, requested funding for voting machines, emphasizing the importance of maintaining efficient and secure elections.
LHS is the company that we use currently for our AccuVote machines. They have a new machine coming out. It's going to be $6,300. I'm requesting 4 machines. The voting booths that we currently own, I think we should put them out to other towns that, smaller towns that can use them. We can't, they're falling apart, the shelves are falling off, there's no replacement parts, so we're down to the wire.
Following that, a public hearing was conducted by Underwood Engineers Incorporated to discuss water and sewer rates going forward.
Just reminding you what you'd be voting on if you were to accept the recommendations is a 20% water rate increase to be effective as soon as possible, and a sewer rate increase of 4% to be effective as soon as possible.
We haven't changed rates in 2 years, and up until quite recently, with some events that have happened, it hasn't really been a problem. We haven't. Our reserves have been strong, and our cash flow has been relatively good. So I would recommend not doing such a large increase.
I am going to put a marker down that I am reluctant to ignore professional advice, and I'm a big fan of this model, and I understand your point of view, Chairman Kelly, but I'm going to be skeptical.
The meeting wrapped up with the town manager's report and committee reports from the members of the board. To hear what they had to say, visit our Exeter TV YouTube channel. The next select board meeting is on September 18th. See you there. That does it for this week's report. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. We'll be back on September 29th for the next edition of the show. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report. We hope you all have a safe weekend during the storm, which looks like a great weekend to hunker down and watch Exeter TV.